Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So today we will discuss about rules for IUPAC nomenclature of unsaturated hydrocarbons. So in my previous videos I have already discussed about the basics of IUPAC nomenclature and how to write correct IUPAC name of branch chain alkanes. Okay, that means saturated hydrocarbons. So today we will discuss about unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay, so in my previous video of branch chain alkanes, I have discussed about longest chain rule. But whenever a double or triple bond is present in the system, we have to consider the parent chain which must contain the double bond or triple bond. That means the multiple bond. For example, CH3, CH2, CH2, double bond CH2, CH2, CH3. So according to the longest chain rule, we cannot take this one as our parent chain. But it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms, right? But this chain has 5 carbon atoms. Okay, but as this system has a multiple bond, that means a double bond, so we have to consider this one as our parent chain because this chain is including the double bond, and in case of triple bond also we follow the same rule. That means the parent chain must contain the multiple bonds. So in that case this is our parent chain, not this one. Okay. Rule 2. So while naming a particular member of alkene, our primary suffix will be "-ene". This is already discussed in my first video of IUPAC nomenclature, but still we have to recall it while writing the names of unsaturated hydrocarbons. Well, now we will discuss about rule 3. Okay, so the numbering of the parent chain is to be done in such a way that the first carbon atom associated with the multiple bond gets the lowest possible number. So let's discuss about this thing with the help of this example. Suppose this one we have. So from right side and from left side we can number the carbon atoms, right? We can have different numbering. So here in the above case you can see that this carbon atom which is holding the multiple bond is getting lowest numbering, that means 1. Okay, that means this numbering is correct, not this one, so I am discarding this one. Okay, so the corresponding name of this alkene will be bute. Why? Because 4 carbon atoms are there. Bute hyphen 1 hyphen primary suffix is "-ene". 1 because in number 1 carbon atom the double bond is starting, that's why. Okay, that means the carbon atom which is associated with the multiple bond should get the lowest numbering. Then rule 4. So rule 4 says that if a parent chain contains 2 or 3 double bonds or 2 or 3 triple bonds, then the primary suffix "-ene" or "-ene" or "-ine" or "-ine" are to be used to represent them. Okay, that means a numerical suffix we are adding. In these cases a terminal "a" is also added to the word root. For example, penta, hexa, buta, like this. For example, this one CH3, CH double bond CH, CH double bond CH2. So you can see clearly that 2 double bonds are present in this system. So we should start our numbering from this side because here the carbon atom is getting number 1 which is added to the multiple bond, but if we start from this side it will start from number 2. Okay, So 5 carbon atoms are there. So I have told that a terminal A is to be added to the word root, that means penta. Okay, so this is penta hyphen in number 1 and number 3 position we are having 2 double bonds, so 1 comma 3. Again hyphen diene because 2 double bonds are there. Okay, and in case of triple bond I'm showing CH3 C triple bond C, CH2 C triple bond CH. Okay, so here we have to start from this side. 6 carbon atoms are there and 2 multiple bonds, 2 triple bonds are there. So hexa, terminal A is to be added to the word root, right? Hexa hyphen in number 1 position and number 4 position we are having 2 triple bonds, so 1 comma 4 hyphen diene. Clear? Now rule number 5. Suppose the parent chain contains both double and triple bond. So the unsaturated hydrocarbon is always named as a derivative of alkyne, that means the triple bond. That is, the primary suffix "ene" is always to be written before "ine", and in all these cases the terminal "e" of "ene" is dropped. Okay, and the numbering of the parent chain is to be done from the end which is nearer to the double or triple bond. That is, the lowest set of locants rule here is to be followed. With the help of this example, I am describing this rule. Suppose this one is our example, and here you can see that a double and a triple bond both are present. Okay, so we can start from this side. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 carbon atoms are there. So if we start from this side, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so in above case the set of locants is 3 6, right? And here the set is 2 5, 2 comma 5. So lowest set of locant rule is here applicable, so this one is discarded. So this is the incorrect numbering. Okay, and the unsaturated hydrocarbon is always named as the derivative of the alkyne. So here the IUPAC name will be 8 carbon atoms are there, so oct hyphen in 2 position we have a double bond 2 ene, and the terminal E is dropped. As I have told you that in all cases the terminal E of the ene is dropped is if a triple bond is also present over there, and the unsaturated hydrocarbon is always named as the derivative of the alkyne. So oct 2 ene, then again hyphen in 5 position we are having triple bond 5 hyphen ine. That means the primary suffix "ene" is always to be written before "ine" here. That's why I have written "ene" before "ine", and the terminal E of "ene" is dropped. Okay, now rule 6. If the position of the double and triple bonds are identical, that is the set of locants from both sides of the chain is same, then the double bond is always given preference over the triple bond. For example, CH3 C triple bond C, CH2 CH2 CH double bond CH, CH3. So let's start its numbering from both sides and let's check which one is correct, right? So you can see that here number of set of locants is 2, 6, and here 2, 6. That means both are same. This is our case. So it is said that if the set of locants from both sides are same, then the double bond is always given preference. That means we have to find out in which numbering double bond is getting lower number of locants. Okay, so the correct numbering should be this one. That means here the double bond is getting number 2 position, right? But here it is getting number 6 position. So this one should be right numbering. And now rule 7. Suppose the hydrocarbon chain contains a side chain along with a double or triple bond. Then what to do? Suppose this one is our compound. So the numbering of the parent chain is to be done in such a way that the multiple bond gets the lowest set of locants. However, if the numbering from both ends of the parent chain gives the same set of locants of the multiple bonds, then the locant for the side chain must be minimum. Let me describe this one with the help of 2 examples. Okay, this is our first case and this is our second case, CH3 CH2. So at first I have told that the numbering of the parent chain is done in such a way that the multiple bond gets the lowest number. Here the multiple bond will get lowest number if we start from this side, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this one is our correct numbering. We cannot start from this side because in that case it will get 1, 2, 3, number 3. Okay, and here you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms are there. If we start from both sides, then the double bond is starting from this end. Okay, that means in both cases it is getting same numbering, but a problem is there, a substituent is there. That means a methyl substituent is there. So we have to keep in mind that the locant for the side chain has to be minimum. So this methyl substituent should get the lowest set of locants. That's why this numbering is correct, not this one. So I am discarding this one. So correct numbering should be where methyl is getting 2 position rather than 3 position. Okay, so let's move on to next one. Suppose when there are more than 2 double bonds or triple bonds in the hydrocarbon, it is not possible to include every double bond in the parent chain. Then the double bond which is not included in the parent chain should be treated as the substituent. For example, this one CH2 CHC CH2 CH CH2. Okay, so here you can see 3 double bonds are present, but we cannot include every double bond into the parent chain. So this one should be our parent chain because it is containing maximum number of double bonds and maximum number of carbon atoms, right? So the rest of the thing which is attached with the double bond with the parent chain should be treated as the substituent. So here we will start from this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we start from this side, then also we will get the same numbering. So it is present in 3 positions. So 3 hyphen so it is named as methylidine. Okay, 1 carbon atom is there and it is attached with the parent chain with the double bond. Its name is methylidine. and 5 carbon atoms are there, so pent. And whenever 2 or 3 double bonds or triple bonds are there, we have to add a terminal A to the word root, so penta, hyphen. In 1 and 4 position we are having 2 double bonds, 1 comma 4, hyphen diene. Right, so this is our total numbering. So let's describe this one with another example. Suppose CH3, CH double bond, CH, CH, and here we have CH double bond, CH2, CH, CH, CH3. So this group CH double bond CH2 is known as vinyl. Okay, so here we are starting from this side. So in 4 position we are having vinyl group, so 4 hyphen vinyl. For 7 hept, and a terminal A is to be added because more than one double bond is there, hepta, hyphen 2 comma 5 diene, here also hyphen. Okay, so this is all about how can we write correctly the names for the unsaturated hydrocarbons. So in my next video I'll be talking about IUPAC nomenclature of compounds with functional groups, multiple bonds and substituents. Till then, stay tuned with my channel, and if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and of course hit the bell icon to get notification of my new videos. Thanks for watching.